right now there's 150,000 tracks hitting Spotify every single day. And most of those artists are running the exact same playbook and getting absolutely nowhere. So today I'm ranking every major music marketing strategy. What's actually worth your money, your investment, and what you need to stop doing. Let's get into it. All right, so let's start at the bottom. This is where a lot of people are actually losing money. Third-party playlist services. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You pay a company, your song starts moving, it gets a couple views, a couple thousand here and there. You feel good about it, but in the end, it actually doesn't do anything at all. A lot of those listeners are actually bot. Not bots, but bot. You can actually look this up yourself. Look at where the playlist listeners are coming from. Look at the engagement. A lot of the time, it doesn't add up. And even when the listens are real, most of the time, those people just stumbled upon your playlist. They don't really even know you. They're not coming to shows. They're not following you. None of that. You're basically renting views, renting listeners. And the moment you stop paying for it, all of that so-called motion stops. And while we're here, we might as well talk about Fiverr marketing. I know it looks tempting. Somebody selling 10,000, 15,000 views for $15. Don't do it. It's going to hurt you way more than it's going to help you. Streaming services are going to figure it out. They're going to hit your profile. They're going to kill your song, probably take it off the platform. And if they don't do that, they'll probably just tank your reach. So you're trying to put music out, and you're not reaching anybody, all because you paid 15 bucks. Most of those marketing packages on there are just fake play schemes. Don't fall for the bait. Stay away from it. And one more for this tier, pre-saves. If you're a new artist trying to grow from zero, running ads, campaigns just to collect some pre-saves is a waste of money. Once you actually have a fan base that wants to hear your music, that's excited about it, pre-saves make sense. But if people don't know who you are yet, it's probably not the move. Get the fans first, pre-saves later. All of those are D tier across the board. Don't do it. All right, so let's move on to our C tier category now. Meta music ads. Now, before y'all come for me, I'm not saying that Meta music ads don't work. I'm saying the people that run the ads are not running them the right way, which is why it becomes C tier. Let me explain. Here's how it usually goes. You boost a post, you point some cold traffic to that Spotify link, and then you hope that the algorithm just randomly picks it up. Not the move. Not the move at all. Now, there is a right way to do this. Stay with me. You run a streaming conversion campaign, not a boost post. You use a proper landing page with the correct pixel for tracking. You target Instagram only, feed, reels, explore page, and pick your audience based on music taste, not just the location. And start at a small number, $10 a day for testing purposes. Don't go invest 500 bucks, and when it doesn't work, you're out of luck, you're out of money. Start at a lower number. Once you figure it out, increase, increase, increase. Now you've got real people clicking your music, listening to your music, and you give the algorithm a chance to share that music or find the right people to listen to your music. But here's the catch. You actually have to know what you're doing. Even when you're doing it right, you're still targeting cold passive users who don't know your music, don't know you. Now, I know I just hit y'all with a ton of information, and honestly, it could probably be its own separate video. So if you're interested in learning how to actually run meta ads, check out this course here to learn how to dive into meta ads properly. But if you already have momentum, running ads can throw gasoline on that fire. Now, as a primary strategy from zero, I would still label this as C tier. It doesn't really help, especially when nobody knows your music or even knows your name. Also on the C tier list, Submit Hub. Submit Hub is not the same as buying fake plays. It's a platform where you pay to pitch your music to real playlist creators, blogs, etc. And they give you real feedback. We're talking around 30 bucks a song. Now, if you're hitting on like a 30% rate, that's pretty good. If you're getting 0%, that's feedback about your music or your genre. Either way, it's information. The reason it's C tier and not higher is simple. It's a supplement. It's not a strategy. $30 to kick things off. It's not the ideal. It's not your plan. It's not your strategy. But it is honest. It is effective in small doses. It won't get your profile flagged. Just do it the right way. Moving on to B tier. All right, so let's talk about influencer marketing. A lot of us don't want to pay bigger music creators to play our music. I hear that, but let's forget that debate for a sec. Does this actually work? Sometimes, yes, there have been songs that have blown up because the right creator used it at the perfect moment. One well-placed video queued up at the right moment with the right song that fits your niche can easily make you pop. But hear me out, here's the real talk. To hire a top tier music creator or influencer just to post a video, you're looking at 5-10 grand. And that's if you go the cheap route. Those third-party sites where you can spread a small budget across a bunch of different accounts, they don't really work. You don't really know what you're gonna get. You never know what you're gonna land. You might have someone who's promoting your song in a completely different country, a whole different niche, and that does absolutely nothing for you. And here's something that nobody wants to say out loud. A song that's already flowing organically, moving, people want to hear it, that song will pop with influencer marketing. A song that has no motion, doesn't matter how much money you throw at it, it ain't gonna do nothing. If it's not connecting, money can't fix that. If you're gonna do this, you might as well find the creator yourself, negotiate a price. Either way, overall, still B tier. Also, B tier strategy, clipping. This is where you make a secondary account and clip your long form content in the short form, and then turn around and flood multiple platforms with high volume posts. Artists like Fred Again and Drake have used this really effectively. More accounts posting more of you and the algorithm means more chances for you to get found. But here's the thing, this actually works way better if people actually know who you are. If your face and name already mean something to people, then clipping, it works, it's fine. But if no one knows who you are yet, then those clips just sit there and do nothing. It's a waste of time, a waste of uploading, and doesn't have any effect at all. Is it helpful? Yes. If you already got a brand, if you already got a fan base, still B tier in my book. And here's a fun one, record labels. Record labels actually work. That's if you actually get picked by the very few labels that are still hot right now. It low-key, high-key could change the trajectory of your career overnight. But let's talk business. Labels take 50 to 80% of what you make anyway. That means in order for you to make anything, you need to make double of whatever you actually made. And you can't control it. You send a demo, you hope it gets shopped, you hope someone hears it, it sits in their inbox, who knows what happens. Here's what I've seen actually work. Build the hype yourself, get the song moving yourself, get motion behind it, make the labels come to you. You don't need a label, you need a partner. Big difference, still B tier. All right, so I remember this one being pretty popular between like 2013 and 2017. PR. Now, I know people been out here paying for write-ups, blogs, this, that. Here's the truth. It doesn't get you new fans. It gives your existing fans something to read about, something to look at. It's a story for people who already know you, who already know your music, who already know your sound. If you're trying to move the needle from 0 to way up here, it's not going to move streams. It's not going to buy tickets. It's not going to create sales. Skip it for now. Once you've got some motion behind you and a story to tell, you've actually done the thing, then go for it. But until then, this is still B tier. Moving on up to A tier. A tier. We're getting close. Music videos. I know some of y'all think they're a little bit dated, but music videos, it's content. It still works. Let me explain. A real music video knocks out multiple things. It gives you a long form piece of content, short form content, something to share, something they can listen to and watch. And your loyal fans want to see that. Some of the most loyal fans were built off of fire music videos. You know, the artist, you know, the aesthetic, you feel like you're a part of this thing. See, that's the music video doing what it's supposed to do. But nowadays we got these fire mini music video TikTok reel shorts. It's got that cinematic feel, but it's a TikTok or a reel or a short. You get great brand building in a format that the algorithm wants. The algorithm rewards that. And if you've got the budget to do it well, it's worth every dollar. You can clip it. You can use it as B-roll, behind the scenes stuff. You can use it for your Spotify canvas. This is what a real music video can do for you. A 15-second clip is not even coming close. Now, cost and accessibility are what leave this in the A tier category and not S tier. If you got the bread, you've got the budget, go for it. Still A tier though. All right, let's talk about DJ and radio promo campaigns. Now, this one was more genre specific, so don't kill me in the comments. This one's mostly for electronic music and club music, but if you're in that lane, you need to know about it. There are companies you can pay to blast your music through their network. And I'm talking about at every level, from your local FM DJ to the A-list celebrity DJ. A-list DJs have picked records from these campaigns, and then, before you know it, they're playing them at festivals. Now, here are the cons. The price. It can cost $150 to $1,500 for qualifying electronic campaigns. And that's just the start. It can cost way more for major radio pushes. And they have to approve your music. So if the quality isn't there, they'll just say no. But if your record is actually good, then it does work out. So in that case, it would be A tier. All right, so we made it to S tier. Here's where it actually gets good. Here's the stuff that's actually building music careers. So first on the list is organic short form content. This is free. You can do this right now. It costs you nothing. There's zero downside to it. Just take your phone and start shooting. Keep it organic. Grab your phone, promote your song. It can be B-roll, you in your car doing whatever you want. As long as that song is playing, it's video, your song, and pieces of content that you can share. Now, here's where people go wrong is that they post it every so often. You've got to be a machine. Short piece after short piece after short piece. That's the only way this works. So think about it this way. Let's say you drop 9 songs in 1 year. That comes out to 1 song every 6 weeks, which is like 20 pieces of content for each song. And you can spread that through multiple platforms. So TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Threads, all of those places. That's 180 pieces of content by the end of the year. And you can batch it. Film a bunch of it before you even start rolling things out. That way, as you post, you never run out of content. Take your time. Film a bunch of it on your own on like a random weekend. Grab a friend. Maybe they're doing the same thing you're doing. You film their stuff, then they film your stuff. You're both winning. Jake did this exact same thing. This dude was in his bedroom showing off his production process, playing piano, showing off his skills, just being himself. Then he posted a video of his mom hearing Golden Hour for the first time. It didn't look like marketing. It looked like a family movie. And that actually worked. People started using the song for their own things, graduations, wedding, newborn births. The song picked up and it just kept growing. Multi-platinum, Billboard charts, all from his bedroom. And guess what? All of it was free. It cost absolutely nothing. That's the power of this, man. And here's what happens when you do it this way. By the time you're done, you're going to be 10 times better at music, 10 times better at creating content, 10 times better at marketing. Your branding is going to be clearer. That's not hype. That's just consistency. That's what happens when you do something 180 times. You get good at it. Artists have launched their entire careers doing this. It builds fans, not just passive listeners. People who actually want to hear your music and connect with it. Once they see that visual, they connect with the song and you got them. If you've got a marketing plan and this isn't step 1, you need to fix that. This is S tier at its finest. All right, emailing and DMing artists. So this one sounds old school, but hear me out. This one is also free. You can do it yourself, and the more shots you put up, the more chances it's actually going to go in. You're in control of your own strategy and destiny. It's a numbers game and you own all the numbers. All right, so here's the play. Send remixes first. It's so much easier to get a DJ's attention when you've already done something with the music. A remix is something they might want to play. That makes it 100 times easier for them to actually click. Tip 2. If you ever meet an artist at a show, backstage, or whatever, don't overthink it. Hi, my name is XYZ. I make music. Can I send you something? Follow up the next day while they still remember you. Next tip is live performances. If you don't have an audience yet, how are you supposed to actually get on these shows? Now, I'm not talking about like huge headlining shows. I'm talking about local shows, local small tours within your city. You want to be able to do your thing locally and then you build up. And here's what no one tells you. The fans that you build at local shows, those are the ones who are like for lifers. The fans you get from a live show are going to be way more engaged than the fans you get from a digital strategy. They were at the live show. They saw you. They heard the music. They remember the venue, the feeling, the experience. You can't fake that. You've been to a show before. You've seen the opening acts. You don't know who they are, but their music was fire. What do? You get home, you get in the car and you like pulling this stuff up and you become a fan. You're interested now. That's what happens every time you perform. You give people a chance to experience your sound, who you are, and connect with your music. And here's the bigger thing. Right now, we're in an era where people don't know what's real anymore. AI is making music, AI is making content, nothing feels human. A real person on stage is more powerful than it's ever been. People really want to see that. And even if you can't get on stage, live stream. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, it doesn't matter. Set it up in your room and play, sing, rap, produce, whatever you do. It's all about the feeling of being present. The same thing that happens at a real show can happen in your bedroom. That connection, that real-time feel with a person. Mark Rebillet is a great example of this. This guy built a global touring career from his bedroom. Loop station, keyboard, webcam. That was it. He would take live phone calls from viewers and improvise entire songs based on what people were yelling at him in the chat.
Note here, a thing there, then you're gonna put them all together, then you're making music.
Fuck your motherfucking plan. I don't need a plan. I don't need a damn plan.
And that's why people loved it. They didn't feel like they were just watching a show. They felt like they were making the show with him. Work on becoming the biggest artist in your city, then your region, then beyond. The word of mouth alone is something money cannot buy. Your live portfolio builds your booking agent case. Your booking agent gets you better shows. Better shows get you to the next level. The whole thing compounds. S-tier. And I can't forget talking about collabs. Getting a collab with an artist who already has a big audience is like borrowing their credibility. Their fans trust them. So when you show up on their record or on their content, that trust transfers to you. I know people who went from 1,000 monthly listens to over 50,000 on the strength of a great collaboration with the right artist. That's what's possible. When fans see their artist vouching for someone who's new, there's real trust there. You can't manufacture that. That's S tier. All right, and last but not least, community building. Likes and views don't buy tickets. Fans do. Community is how you get fans, not numbers, not followers, real people. The people who actually invest in you, the ones that care. And here's what most artists miss. Community isn't built by just having big viral moments. It's the small things. Replying to comments, answering DMs, treating people like real people, sharing voice notes with your fans, just responding to your fans and letting them know thank you. That's what gets people involved. That's what builds community. Fred again is the blueprint for this. This guy runs a Discord server and WhatsApp broadcast group. He drops unreleased tracks, announces secret pop-up shows within hours of notice, sends raw voice notes about his creative process, the kind of thing you send to a close friend. Not a release, not marketing, just a voice note. And Gracie Abrams, she takes it even further. She's in her fans' DMs. She's validating the fan-run accounts instead of just shutting them down. And her team uses tools like Leo to capture phone numbers directly from Instagram interactions. So when she drops merch or new tour dates, her most engaged fans get notifications or a text message before anyone else even knows. That's not algorithm, that's a direct line. You can't beat that. If you go viral and can't follow it up with real community building, that moment fades. But if you go viral and turn those new eyeballs into real relationships, that's how you sustain it. That's how you sell out shows. That's how you build something that lasts. That's S tier. There's no formula that works the same for every artist. Your path depends on your genre, your budget, your personality, and your network. But if you take one thing from this, start with what you control. 9 songs this year, every 6 weeks, 20 posts a song. Reach out, play shows, community build. Max out what you have before you start depending on strategies that may not move the needle for where you are right now. You don't need a label to break through. You need a plan, and you need to actually work it. If you want to go deeper on how to actually build an audience from zero, I'm breaking it down in the next one. That's where things get real and practical. Go check it out.